You look at this big map of content and you choose to watch one thing at a time. And so there's still a sort of through line in that when you look at it that way. But a lot of people aren't even doing that now. Yeah. What's happening is with like Reels on Instagram is they'll watch a podcast clip and then swipe to the next one. My favorite phenomenon out of all this is the fake podcast. Have you seen these?
Yeah.
People will make an Instagram short where they'll buy a mic arm, put it in front of them, and then talk to the wall. And they'll say something like, no, you, like quite literally, they will turn the camera on and immediately go, well, you can't actually say that. I mean, if you look at the economy today, we know that Biden is responsible for the inflation. It's ridiculous. No, that's a ridiculous argument. And then that's it. There's no person. There's no podcast. That's the whole clip. And then it gets like 1 million views. It's a fake podcast clip because it's probably born out of clips from like Joe Rogan because people would clip his show and then people realized just make a fake podcast. A lot of it's dating. It'll be a woman saying, no, I actually think that men are deserving, blah, blah, blah. And it's totally pandering to the audience. 1 million views, 1 million followers, and there was never a podcast to begin with.
You mean me rehearsing our IRL script could just be our shorts? That's crazy.
If you're watching this on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts, there never was a Timcast IRL. It's a green screen, and we've just spliced everyone together.
Everything's fake and gray. Gray.
The room is very gray.
Just like the overlords want it, you know? Yeah. I mean, this is what I find disheartening about all of this, which is like instead of encouraging people to pursue things they're really interested in, like, you know, my Instagram feed is a lot of like house, you know, DIY, whatever stuff. It's constantly bombarding you with this stuff, but it's not a lot of information. None of these things are designed to give you, it's like, well, this is the exact tool that you need. Some of them do, not a lot. And so if you're a young person and your feed is delivering you what you think is news, but it's actually just like fake podcasts and half a headline, you may feel as though you are informed, but actually you are barely on the surface of any issue you've now just created an emotional attachment to.
Most people that surf the little bite-sized content, things like your TikToks, like your shorts, like your reels, they have a similar knowledge of the topics that they're willing to engage on, as in they have just a wave top basic understanding. And I think you see that demonstrated with the protesters pretty clearly. Most of the protesters don't know why they're protesting, and the ones that do, that can actually articulate a sentence or two about why, it's very, very it's very cookie cutter. It sounds like they're repeating something from a textbook that they read. It doesn't sound like they're ideas that they have. Mm-hmm. And I think that's emblematic of the type of content that those people are consuming, because it's not saying that everyone does. I just think that it matches up with people that don't really know what they're talking about but have significant emotional attachment to a topic or whatever. Mm-hmm. But they don't have deep knowledge of it. Whereas people that have deep knowledge of it, that'll spend the time to learn about it, they might have significant emotional attachment to it, but it's not going to be the kind of reactionary emotional outburst kind of attachment. So
I think the scary thing is that a good portion of the videos on TikTok and Instagram are AI generated, where people will load a clip. There's like a service you can get that will make these videos for you, and the robot voice, you choose what voice you want, and then it will just read a script. And so it's all these cookie cutter prefab videos where they'll take a viral clip, add an AI voice narrator, and then re-upload it to the platform.